Guys, I'm just curling my hair. Ay, Dios. Hey guys. We back and we inside the camper. I want y'all to be able to see the hair while I'm doing the hair at least. Now let's do this side. Can y'all hear me over the fan? Is the fan too loud? Yes, I do. I don't need a man, but having one would be nice. I don't need a man, but having one would be nice. I will say that. But he's gonna have to really step his game up. Yo, so I had this dream last night, right? That's why I felt inspired to be bougie. I don't got the money to do this, but I had a dream that I went to Rick Irwin's. Like, I was a big YouTuber and I had money at this time, right? And I went to Rick Irwin's to take myself out to dinner. Now, Rick Irwin's is mad expensive, like mad expensive. I've never been in a Rick Irwin's, right? So I had a dream that I went to Rick Irwin's to go have a lunch by myself, and I had enough money to go because I was like a YouTuber at that time and I was already doing tours and this, that, and the third. You know, I was living the fantasy. And I had a really nice dress on. It was a black dress, and I remember wearing it with a denim jacket because that's so me. Like, I feel like leather jackets make me look mad boxy, like mad boxy. I've never put on a leather jacket that I felt like looked good on me, but I feel like oversized jean jackets are totally my niche. Like, I feel like those really accentuate like my vibe more. So whatever, right? I had in this dream, I went to go sit at the bar to go eat at Rick Irwin's, and I had a G-Wagon at that time. It was like a white G-Wagon, and I went to Rick Irwin's. I did the valet parking. I went to the bar to go eat since I was gonna be eating by myself, you know. And when I went to go sit at the bar, oh my God, I need to tell y'all. Hold on. I want to like loosen up these curls. I want to give it like a very weak, like beachy wave. Ew. Adding some highlights. You know, I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking to show off my color skills. I want to do like a very fall ombre. That would be cute with this hair. Ew. If y'all wondering about the nails, give me a minute after I do this curl, and I'm going to show you how I got these nails for $1.94. So listen, I was at Rick Irwin's and I ordered a glass. Ew, I was so bougie. I ordered a glass of some like a Spaniard red wine, because I was like, ew, I'm going to be bougie and have like a little steak, right? A steak with lobster. I remember what I ordered. I ordered a filet mignon with a lobster tail. And then I ordered a glass of wine to be bougie and a water, right? So I'm sitting at the bar, and here comes this guy who's wearing a pilot outfit. He's wearing a pilot outfit, and the outfit looks good. But he doesn't look like your stereotypical pilot. Like, I feel like when I think of pilots, I think of them either like young, blonde, blue eyes, or older. You know what I'm saying? But this pilot, he looked mad sexy, like almost like Italian, Mediterranean, like, oh my God, like very Grecian, like, I don't know. He gave me very that vibe. Very pronounced nose, nice defined jawline. He had a nice stubble on his face, a nice golden color. Bushy eyebrows that were dark, and his hair looked so soft and shiny, like you just wanted to rub your fingers through his hair. If you guys are wondering where I got my bougie nails, I got this at CVS with a coupon that I got online from CVS. On top of that, yo, people be throwing out their receipts not knowing their receipts got coupons for the next time they come and shop. Yo, these nails cost me $1.94. And I'm bougie for $1.94. And you would have never known it. Now I can sit here and be bougie. Now I can sit here and be bougie, right? So listen. He had the pilot outfit, and he got to the bar, and he took off his hat, and he just did like this with his hair. And I was looking at him, and I was like, oh my God. You ever like experience an experience of a man who walks in the room and he really commands the space, but without doing much? Like, it's electrifying when you witness that, like an actual like man that commands the room without saying anything. That is electrifying, and you instantly, like, that's an instant panty. Like panties never existed when you see something like that, right? So boom, right? Now he's sitting across from me, and he's like, can I get an old-fashioned? He said, can I get an old-fashioned? Can I tell y'all a story about the time I drank an old-fashioned for the first time? Yo, oh my God, I am mad turned. Oh my God, I am mad turned, because I cannot wait to tell y'all this story about this time that I had an old-fashioned with this older gentleman that was such a bobby. He was such a bobby. Oh my God, he was such a bobby. Let me tell you something. I was working at a mercantile place in Draper, Virginia. Let me tell you something. I was working in Draper, Virginia. Now, I was supposed to be like a head waitress at this time, right? So I used to handle a lot of corporate events. So at this time, in this like small, like this town was like in the middle of nowhere, houses, like everything was so far apart. And I worked at this mercantile place that they did high-end events, because it was kind of like a destination wedding place, because it was next to a creek. Woo! So I was made to work a corporate event, and I never knew what corporate event I was doing until I got there. It would be different at various times, but we would cater fine dining at these corporate events. That's where I learned about wine pairing, charcuterie boards, accoutrements, amuse-bouche, like all of that. I learned about all that fine dining, right? And you got to taste it, and it was amazing, like just to see the different like flavors, textures, the way they come together. So boom, right? I was working a corporate event that was going to be scheduled late. They were going to be staying late. I mean, like 2 o'clock late, right? So I was actually the only waitress alongside with the head chef. So it was really, really private. So it was the head chef and me, the head waitress. So I go into the room, and it's very, very like almost big but intimate, but there was enough space for people to sort of spread out and talk business. Like, you could tell there was a lot of money being made in that room. It felt electrifying. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make money tonight. I'm gonna make money, because I already felt the money. I felt the luxury. You want to know how I felt the money? They had all types of wine. They had an open bar. They opened the whole entire bar. The whole entire wine bar was open. They could have anything. If they wanted to open a bottle and just take a taste, that was their prerogative, because they paid for the bottle, and they could do whatever they want. They could do whatever they want with that bottle, even if they just took a sip. They was like open everything. Like, they had no budget, and no expense was spared. And I was like, ooh, the money is electrifying. Right? I was totally feeling the vibe. So, I remember when I used to make bank as a waitress. I never came home with less than like, on the weekends, I used to come home with like $500 easy on a week, like a slow week. I used to come home with $500. I had the biggest section in every single restaurant I worked at. I had the biggest section. Yo, please. They used to try to work me 7 days a week. And I've always held multiple waitress jobs. I used to make bank, but I was still struggling. Let me tell you something. You think that you making bank? No, baby. The car, the gas, the light, the freaking heat, the rent, the car insurance, food, clothes, washing, dish detergent, everything costs money. So as fast as that money comes, that money goes like this when you're a waitress. That money goes like this, all right? So listen, I'm in the room. Now, As the day went on, I was, I was filling out the room. I was giving good customer service, very personal. I was talking about flavor profilings. Every time I would introduce a dish, I would talk about the wine that would go with it and everything. And I would taste the wine with them. I would talk about the flavor profiles and how each herb in the dish and every component complemented the wine flawlessly. And almost like you have to romanticize the food. You have to paint them a vivid picture as they're tasting it. You want to be expressive. You want to say the oakiness of the wine goes perfect with the aged beef. This is aged beef that has been aged for 13 months, dry aged beef, grade A, okay? And it's been lightly sauteed in a consomme of brown butter with rosemary, sage, garlic, thyme, fresh cracked pepper, some crushed finishing salt to taste. Amazing flavor profiles. You sort of have to like give them the whole experience, right? So boom, I was talking romantic, and there was this older gentleman, right? This older gentleman. And he had like a little salt and pepper in his beard. And he was tall, oh my God. And he had salt and pepper in his hair, and it was short, but it was nice. And he was like built solid, like he be cutting down trees and stuff in his backyard. Like he did not look like a stranger to Oficio. Like he looked like a hard-working man, but yet he had money because he had his own like construction business, and he be down in the trenches with his workers building houses. Like un hombre. He was a whole entire buffet. He was a whole entire buffet of a man. He surpassed chicken patty, a whole chicken sandwich. He was a complete man. And he said, do you have a moment? I said, you guys have me for as long as you here. You have me for as long as you like. He was like, I like that. He was like, could you go to the bar and order me an old fashioned? And I was like, okay, an old fashioned. He was like, let me ask you a question before you go. Have you ever had an old fashioned? And I was like, I'm going to be honest, I don't really drink alcohol like that. I've never had an old fashioned. He was like, an old fashioned is not alcohol. Can you please go to the bar and order me an old fashioned? And if they don't have the spear ice cube, I don't want it. Come back and I'll tell you something else. And I was like, okay. So I went to the bar and I said, this man wants an old fashioned, and if you guys do not have the spear ice cube, he don't want it. He was like, don't worry, we got him. So they made this drink right in front of me, right? And I bring it back to him and I place it in front of him, and he was like, can you have a seat? And I was like, honestly, I would get in trouble by my boss, who is the head chef, because we're not allowed to sit at work. He was like, give me 1 minute, stay right here. Hold my drink. I held his drink. He went to the kitchen. He went to the chef and said, hey chef, permission to speak. She was like, of course, sir, of course. He was like, your waitress right there. Can I take her away for a minute? We're all talking, we're all good. Everything's been perfect up to this moment. Can I just have a moment with her? Can she sit down? It's totally okay with me. Don't worry, she'll be compensated for her time. She was like, totally, it's up to you. The desserts are ready whenever you're ready to go. He was like, perfect, we're perfect. You could take a load off. You've done a great job. So the chef was like, okay. So now he comes back and he's like, I spoke to your boss. You can have a seat. And I was like, are you sure? He was like, just have a seat. I'm about to show you something. And I was like, okay. And I got mad nervous. So I sat like in front of him, and he sat like to the side like this. And he was like right here. And he was like, so you've never had an old fashioned, right? And I was like, no, I've never had an old fashioned. He was like, first of all, this red straw, that shouldn't even be in here. And he took the red straw out. And he said, just swirl it in your hand like this. Let the ice go around. And then take a sip. And I was like, I'm not supposed to drink. He was like, I spoke to your boss. And I said, take a sip. And I was like, all right. And I was like, but the straw. He was like, take a sip. And he took the glass and he put it to my lips. And the liquid just touched my tongue, and it was, I don't know if it was because of him and the way he like put it to my lips, but it felt like a whole experience, like my body instantly, I felt the warmth of the alcohol envelop my chest, and instantly like I felt something in this area, and almost like my body almost like stood up, and it was electrifying. Like the moment was so intense, the room got quiet, the room got dim, and I almost felt like his whole aura was enveloping me in that moment. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe, what is this called again? He was like, that's an old fashioned. That look on your face was priceless. I was like, it was really, really smooth. He was like, and that's why that isn't called alcohol. Oh! And then he took it from me and he put it in his lips from the same spot that I put my lips. And he was like, thank you. And then we started talking. He asked me everything about myself. Everything about myself. He asked me everything about myself. Everything about myself. Oh my God, look guys, I was sharing that story and I forgot to do my hair. You see, y'all get me distracted. Y'all not good influences. Y'all supposed to be like, Michelle, don't forget the hair. Damn, y'all let me just talk. I did not, oh my God, he was so classy. He was international. He was Danish. He was Danish. He was Danish. I didn't know he was Danish. Sexy. He was sexy. He was sexy. He was sexy. Oh, ese hombre me tiene encendida. Oh, every time I think about him, I get this sensation. The sensation I felt when I first took a sip of old fashioned. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to meet a man, and how I'm going to know that he's my husband is that he's going to order an old fashioned. Oh my God. He was electrifying. Oh my God. A nice salt and pepper in hair it never hurt nobody. It never hurt nobody. It never hurt nobody. Oh my God. If you did not make it, you missed a story time that was for the ages. It was for the ages, because that story time was lit. It was lit. Oh my God. Ooh, I'm thinking about him and I can't stop thinking about him. Ah! I can't stop thinking about him. Ew. I wish I had money to go to Rick Irwin's. Ew, that is so stupid. Ew, I'm so over it. Ew, I'm so over myself. I need to find a man, because I be having my mind be going to so many like fantasy places. I need to make my dreams come true and all my fantasies come true. Aww. You know how long it's been since I kissed a guy? Like, I don't know, like kissed on, but like Corona is a thing. So like, don't be going out there kissing nobody. Do not go out there kissing nobody. Get tested for COVID. Make sure y'all both quarantine for 14 days in separate locations, but in the same place before y'all be going to kiss somebody. Don't be just kissing nobody, because COVID is still taking lives. Like, guys, no hay un relajo aquí. It's serious out here. Don't just be kissing anybody. I'm just talking about kisses before COVID. All right? These were kisses way before COVID was a thing. Years ago. Ew. All right, what was I talking about before I shared the story? Before I shared the story about the old fashioned, I was talking about another story. Does anybody remember? Because I lost track of my stories. Ew, I wanted to tell you a separate story and I forgot the whole story. What was the story I was talking about before? Please help me out. Please tell me out. Please. You're my dream girl. You took me loving everything. I was a waitress. Okay. Oh, the Rick Irwin's dream. Okay, he's the pilot. He's the pilot. He's the pilot. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And he looks Grecian. He looks Grecian. And he took his hat off. He took his pilot hat. Let me tell you something. Nothing sexier than when a pilot wears his pilot hat. Oh my God. I'm a sucker for a man in uniform. A man in uniform is the most dreamiest thing. I lost my V card to a Marine. I was 21. Woo! Today I'm feeling so saucy. I can't even with myself. When y'all see the outfit, y'all not gonna even know how to handle me. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm going full bougie today. I might have to break this up into several videos. This is just gonna be the hair. And then I'm gonna have to go and do makeup because I'm taking a long time. Oh, the dream about the pilot. The dream about the pilot. So I went to Rick Irwin's and I ordered a filet mignon, right? I ordered a filet mignon, right? But look, listen, guys. I don't like red meat like that. I don't like red meat like that. But I wanted to be bougie. And you know, people say that red meat is bougie. But I was more interested in the lobster. And then at Rick Irwin's, I looked up the menu at Rick Irwin's and they have these rock crab, like the snow, like they're like these crab claws, but they're pink with like black at the tip. I don't know what you call them, but rock claws or whatever, I don't know. But that type of like thing, and I wanted to order that at Rick Irwin's too, so I ordered all of that. And the bartender brought my food, and the pilot is just taking his hat off and running his fingers through his hair, looking mad sexy. And the bartender was being shady, and he was like, here goes your filet mignon, well done. The pilot looks over and he was like, a filet mignon, well done? Let me guess, it's your first time here? And I was like, OMG, you is trying to play me right now. You is trying to play me right now. You is really trying to play me. You is really trying to play me right now. Yo, let me take a sip of my water because you just came for me. You just came for me. You just came for me. Oh my God. Ew, I don't even know how to act with these nails that are like $1.39. I mean $1.94. Yo, look, what's that Hallmark commercial? Remember where it would be like, press on nails, $1.94. Curling iron, Christmas gift 3 years ago. Hallmark channel, priceless or something. Do y'all remember that commercial? Do y'all remember that commercial? Oh, it was a Kodak moment. Kodak commercial. It was a Kodak commercial. Yeah, so listen. So he called me out. He was like, well done. And I was like, MasterCard. Yes, it was MasterCard. Not for that. Thank you. Oh my God, not for that. Yo, you must have a knack for a lot of things. And giving me life with that name is one of them. Ah! Yo, let me tell you something. That was so catchy. You give me very nerdy vibes. So listen. Ew, how did you remember that it was the MasterCard commercial? Ew, I'm so annoyed. Okay, listen. Okay, go back to the pilot story because y'all getting annoyed with me. All right, so listen. He came for me because I ordered my steak well done. Now, here's the secret, guys. I was just about to ask the bartender for steak sauce. But people who are serious steak eaters, if you try to order steak sauce at expensive restaurants, they don't even have that. They don't even have steak sauce, right? So I was like, ooh, I'm afraid to ask for steak sauce because I just ordered my steak well done and you already came for me. He was like, you're from New York, right? And I was like, it was the accent, right? He was like, that and the fact that you were gonna order steak sauce on top of a well done steak. I was like, OMG, this pilot is coming for all of me. all of me. He's like, yo, I'ma check you. I'ma check you on several levels. What's that technique that men do? They play a lot of games where they tear you down a little bit and then they build you up, you know, like they give you like a backhanded compliment, or like they insult you a little bit. You don't like steak sauce. You see, serious steak eaters don't like steak sauce. So whatever, right? So now he came for me. Mind games. I don't know. There's a technique that men do. That they be like, you're cute for a chubby girl or something. Right? Ew, who am I? I don't know how to act right now. So listen, all right, let me continue telling you the dream, right? I just wanted y'all to see what the curls look like. And I just want them to drop, because honestly, I just want them to be waves. I don't want them to be like too intense. I just want them to be waves. All right. This is already 26 minutes. Should I end this and then do a makeup look? I'm going to end the video and I'm going to do a makeup look and I'm going to finish the dream, okay? Because this video is going to be too long. All right, so if y'all want to continue on, I'm going to do another video.